Uh, Hello, I welcome you today. I was hit with an inspiration, not an inspiration, a rite that been tried. Like the inspiration came from an aged, old Mbo man. Is like people who were rooted in the essence of harnessing the nature, Mother Nature's essence, like herbs, roots. Abanabaya, as non na boom you know, people that are so much deep rooted familiar, they have deep rooted familiarity with herbs and roots. Okay, so but today that is not the case. The matter today is, how do you use egg? Egg is what I'm trying to teach today. Just egg. How you can use egg to get a child. How you can use egg cleansing to get emergency money. How you can use egg to get justice or revenge or back to sender, or to propel karma, or maybe to put karma in effect. And then how to use egg to cleanse yourself from witchcraft effects. I welcome you today to Gentle Global TV, Spiritual Jude, Dr. Jude, Chukwemele Jude. Okay, we've come across videos of egg cleansing, using alligator pepper to cleanse yourself, then using egg to cleanse yourself and make your wish to remove curses, evil effects, then you break it. So, but today I'm trying to teach us, enlighten us on a new dimension that you can use egg to get pregnant. How you can use egg to do other purposes. That's in one particular egg in different forms. Subscribe, share, and like. For personal detail, description, follow up on the WhatsApp. There's something people go through in life. Most times they impose it to medical issues. Like, this must be medically or scientifically related. But in this particular field I've been for quite some time, I can tell you that not everything is as a result of health or scientific complications. Most are a result of spiritual complications, most sicknesses. That's why most times if you do some kind of rites, a sickness on its own, even taking normal painkiller or any little thing will neutralize it and you get well. That is by the way. First, I want to teach you how you can use egg to get the fruit of the womb. It's tested and it's trusted. If you've gone to medical findings, lab, you've checked yourself, your husband have checked himself, and there is no medical complications, but you seem to be taking time for you to conceive. You're worried. Time is not on your side, and all the while, what you do is you get a raw egg. If you can get a native fowl raw egg, which is white outside, or a normal China agric raw egg, you get alligator pepper. You get 2 seeds of alligator pepper, 2 seeds. You use that 2 seed on your right hand side. You cleanse yourself. Okay? Every causes curses, every black charcoal rubbed on me in the spirit. You are using your right hand, you're cleansing them. You speak. This is prayer you're making. If you cleanse yourself all through, you go and throw this outside your property, not inside your property. Okay, outside your property. You take the left hand, 2 seats. You cleanse yourself again. You speak. You make a prayer. Prayer can be intentional for the purpose of this fruit of the womb. You use it and cleanse it. You go and throw this from the left side outside your property. What you do again is you get this raw egg. You use the raw egg and speak. Everybody that is going through of pregnancy can pray because you know how to lament your situation. Okay, you must know how to lament your situation. Whoever is going through any ill time will know how to lament about the situation. But whatever you're lamenting, you're using this egg to cleanse yourself, speaking about this fertility, whatever is causing the infertility or lack of conceiving a child or inadequate to conceive a child, either from ancestral roots, either from past karma, either from things you've done consciously or unconsciously you didn't know. If it's effect of evil friends, evil circles, paths you've walked, you're not supposed to walk, things you've done, people you've wronged unknowingly. So you make this prayer with this egg. When you make this prayer with this egg and you've finished cleansing yourself, then you do not break this egg on a crossroad. You do not throw it inside the bush. What you do is you go to a place where you can find this star apple tree. You know this star apple tree that they call Udala tree in our side. It's called Udala tree. It's called star apple tree. You go to that place, star apple tree, because star apple tree represents the childbearing tree. The seed represents children. The seeds represent children. The tree is like the mother, the earth mother that gives children. That's why most times people who see themselves pick star apple in dream tend to conceive. Okay. Then after you've done this, go to this tree. At the trunk of that tree, now, nota bene, like I'm trying to note you now. Not that you do this ritual, maybe you conceive, you start worshiping a tree, or maybe you start going to that particular Odala tree or that star apple tree to start bowing to it that it is one that gave you child. It's not the Odala tree that gave you child, it's the spirituality in it. Okay, so that you don't receive the wrath of God and Ajana. Okay, so what you do is you go to that trunk randomly, that trunk of a tree, you pray, then you ask the spirit in that tree to take away whatever that is causing delay in childbearing, be it spirituality or health wise, because the same of that tree you use it to heal. Okay, then when you cut from this, use that egg, you cleanse yourself like 4 times, just after you make the prayer, you've made your lamentation, you've cried your intention there, you smash it at that root, the trunk, like the root, the down of that Odala tree. Okay, you can go home and sleep. I wouldn't recommend you to cut a part of the tree and make medicine, okay, because people's immune systems differ in particular health recommendation or prescription. So just this is for spiritual tip. Now coming to that of finance, emergency money, the same way about the pregnancy. You lament about the effects of the money you're not getting. You can pray, and how it relates to your situation. You go to this one is to come out wishes, because most times it's wishes that dot people's finances anyway. Okay, so you go and smash it on a 3 crossroad. If it's success you want in your business, like this is a future prospect. It's not something you just want emergency, like be manifested within 3 days. Like if you want emergency, not every time you'll be doing it though. But if you want emergency funds, maybe things have been stuck and then it's delayed, and you know that you have to insert office work, and then you use egg, go to 3 crossroad. This is for wishes, but you have to calm down the heart of the wishes, because you're not a wizard to battle them, and you're not juju cannot kill a wish, or destroy them, except you have high class rites or ritual you're engaging. So what you do is you use that and remove the effect. You see the money, then you can be able to carry out the real sacrifice that will push them away permanently, at least for a long time, because they never go away. Devil can never go away. Okay, even no matter how long if you try to run away from the devil can never go away entirely. He will always come back to know if you're still in the situation or not, or stuff like that. You understand? So that is the thing, and no amount of prayer as far as we are here on earth. So now when you want to do the one for a successful career future, what you do is you go to Oji Iroko tree, the trunk of Iroko tree. But that one, if you're going with that one, you will go with cowrie as an offering to bring you sustenance, cowrie or any paper money. Once you've done it, break it the same way, but you are praying for career, financial success, future career prospects, positive prospects. Once you've done it, break it at that same chunk. You drop for thanking. You drop coin along your path going. Once you turn back to go, you drop the coin for an offering or the paper money. Then you go home. Okay, if it's for back to sender, like you want to send evil back to the person, but now this one you must be cautious. Because there are particular things you need to use and carry and go, apart from the egg. But the egg, you smash it after the prayer of what the person did, lamentation, how the person wronged you, because you are praying for a case. So once you have prayed for this case, you go to a baobab tree. The baobab tree, that tree that used to have thorns. Okay, that is a baobab tree. Apple, they call it apple in Igbo. But this, you must be cautious, because there is a spirit in that apple that can strike thunder, bring rainfall, and it goes with a black snake. Okay, so apple is attached with a black avoana. Avoana, that black mamba. Okay, that is in apple. It usually reside. Sometimes I used to confuse it with a python. Like I will be like, it's a python, but it's big. Usually gets a kind of smelly odor like that, one stinking smell like that if it's around. So, but that is apple. So you have to be cautious using this particular stage of the rites. Okay, because there is things you have to go with there. Yeah, yam, plantain, snail shell. There are things you have to go to take any part of it if you want to use it to calm the hard effect or attack of an enemy, which is a serious ritual right. You can use it to strike thunder. All right, to strike thunder. Strike. You can even, if you go there rightly, before you are leaving home, you see rainfall with, you just be hammering. So this is just a typical rite, but I don't want us to go into that of the baobab tree. But for this very rite I'm listening today, okay, I was supposed to go live. This was supposed to be live. This moment I'm making this, but the network is generally, is having some kind of, down crown or so whatever they call it anyway. So for this rite is how to get your child to conceive rightfully spiritually without diabolic means or